So, what does it really mean to leave a legacy? I know the word itself can feel kind of huge, right? Like it's something reserved for history books or titans of industry. But what if building a lasting legacy wasn't about fame at all, but about a deliberate set of choices that, well, anyone can make? Today, we're going to break down that exact blueprint.
So let's just dive right in with the big one. What will you be remembered for? And hey, this isn't about being famous or having a ton of money. It's about the impact you have, the lives you touch. The answer to this question, whether we even realize it, is quietly guiding the choices we make every single day.
So what is a legacy, really? Well, at its core, it's the lasting impact of your values and your actions. It's what echoes long after you're gone. And it is absolutely not just for famous people. I mean, think about a teacher who just ignites a passion for learning in their students. Now that is a legacy. It's this powerful ripple effect of empowerment that goes way beyond a single classroom.
You know, a real meaningful legacy, it doesn't just happen. It's not an accident or something you think about later. It's something you build on purpose, from the inside out. And it all starts with a super solid inner foundation, one built on purpose and sealed with integrity.
And I love this quote because it's so simple but so powerful. Consistency, authenticity. It's all about closing that gap between the person you say you are and the person you actually are through your actions. That alignment, that's it. That's the bedrock of any impact that's going to last.
Okay, so how do we actually do that? How do we build that consistency? Well, it all starts with getting clear. First, you got to figure out your core, non-negotiable values. Then, you start using those values like a filter for every single decision you make, from career stuff to personal relationships. And finally, you protect that foundation like a hawk by actively steering clear of anything that might compromise your integrity. It's like a business leader who walks away from a shady but really profitable deal. That single choice builds a legacy of trust that honestly, no amount of money can ever buy.
All right, so once you've got that inner foundation locked in, it's time to start building outwards. And this is where it gets really exciting. This is where your private values become public actions, creating ripples that touch the lives of other people. Let's take a look at how that actually happens.
So it turns out our impact tends to flow through three big channels. We can multiply it through people by mentoring and empowering them. We can broaden it out in our community by contributing our unique skills. And we can deepen it through our work by creating something that has meaning way beyond just a paycheck.
Let's talk about mentorship, because it's honestly one of the most powerful tools out there for building a legacy. When you generously share what you know, your knowledge and experience, you aren't just helping one person, you're literally investing in the future. You see it all the time. A senior professional guiding a junior colleague is actually shaping the next generation of leaders, making sure their wisdom gets passed on.
Okay, so beyond those one-on-one relationships, you can also scale your impact in your community. And what this really means is taking whatever you're good at, whether you're a coder, an artist, or an accountant, and using it to create some positive change. It could be building an app for a local nonprofit, or just offering some free financial advice. Actions like these weave you right into the fabric of your community and build a legacy of contribution. And of course, there's our work. I mean, we spend thousands of hours of our lives there. We can choose to make that time count for more than just a salary. By aligning our professional goals with a bigger purpose, by focusing on projects that solve real problems or products that genuinely make people's lives better, we can turn a job into a powerful engine for our legacy.
Okay, so we've built from the inside out. But how do we make it stick? How do we make sure that impact actually lasts? This next part is all about sustainability. It's about shifting our whole perspective from what's happening right now to the long term, from what's temporary to what's truly timeless. This slide just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? It is so easy to get sucked into the stuff on the left. You know, the next promotion, the quarterly numbers. But a real legacy builder, their eyes are on the right column. They're focused on empowering a team that can succeed without them, building systems that last, and sharing knowledge that will be valuable forever. You know, one of the simplest but most powerful things you can do to make your impact last? Just write it down. Document what you know. Your unique insights, those hard-won lessons, they can become a permanent resource for other people. It doesn't matter if it's a book, a blog, or even a simple little video tutorial. You're basically creating a time capsule for your wisdom that lets it guide people you might not ever even meet. And that brings us to this really big idea.
thinking generationally. It's about building structures that are literally designed to outlive you. It's the difference between, say, winning an award yourself and establishing an award that will recognize others for generations to come. It's the ultimate act of planting a tree whose shade you know you will never get to set in.
So let's recap. We've gone through the whole inside-out blueprint, starting with your inner foundation of values, moving to your outward impact through action, and then making sure that impact is built to last. But here's the thing. The most important takeaway from all of this is that a legacy isn't some project for the end of your life. It's being built right now, in this moment.
So after all that, all this big thinking, it really just boils down to one thing, one single starting point.
Okay, let's bring this right back down to earth, to you, right now. Forget the huge abstract idea of legacy for just a second. What is the one small, concrete action you will take today to start building yours? Are you going to spend 15 minutes mentoring a colleague? Are you finally going to write down that lesson you learned the hard way? Because a legacy isn't some big monument we build at the end. It's a garden we tend to, one small action at a time, starting today.